Okay. So now that we did that, we got that part. We of course will continue to sip.
Oh yeah.
Throughout this process. And I had a couple things I wanted to talk about, but first, like, how you doing, man? I know we've kind of texted and whatnot, and in full disclosure, as I told people kind of in the beginning, I mean, you've helped me with some of my own video, for our campaign this last election. You helped record, so edit some stuff. Well, and I'm thankful for that. I think they turned out really great, and you're going to be helping me with some of the other stuff we have going on. I have a camera, but I don't have the experience, time, or energy to. And you also are very particular about lighting. Like, I was surprised that I put the light up. So how you been? What's new? How are you dealing with this whole stay-at-home situation?
I've been good. I definitely have. I make a lot of my income off of actually filming and going out. So I guess to start off with, Viral Video Media Group is my production company. I'm based here in Huntington Beach. So I'm an independent contractor, self-employed, small business owner, however you want to look at it. So, it's been a little rough. A lot of my income comes from shoots, like I stated, so we can't really go out there. So what I'm trying to do is just find other ways to get content out there. So Zoom, this is a great example of using technology to our advantage and, allowing us to do things. And I think, we'll get through this. I don't think it's going to be next week. I don't think it's gonna be next month. I think it's gonna be a little while. So I think it's kind of allowing people to change the way they think and change the way they work and do things. So, I think everyone in America's got a little bit of entrepreneurial spirit in them, and I think everyone's kind of working together to figure out how can we push forward, even if we, need to stay 6 feet away if we've got stay-at-home orders. So, we'll overcome it. And, I think it's gonna be rough for a little while here, but, I think in the long run, it'll be a good thing, kind of help everyone. And so we've been doing good. I've been going to do my Costco runs, wearing my face mask, and
I was going to ask you about.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've my
later point here.
Yeah, my wife's aunt actually makes them, so she made me a couple face masks. But I think it's just going to go up from here, and we're doing good. We're doing good. It could be a whole lot worse. I mean, if you think about all the other stuff that's happened in the past, we're still sitting pretty good.
Yeah, I'm worried about all the small business owners locally that I've spoken to, and they don't, they have huge rents you have to maintain, let alone, how these loans work, where you have to pay for your, you have to pay for your employees' salaries in order to get the loans forgiven. It's all, and then people aren't getting the loans.
Yeah,
the big companies.
I applied for a small business loan, and it was already like cashed out. I guess they just did another one this past week. April, what's today? Today's the 26th. We're filming on. So yeah, I think they just released another one. But I even called Chase, and here's something that kind of frustrated me. I called Chase, and the woman I got on the call, she didn't know anything. I asked her, hey, how long when do I have to pay her back? Blah blah blah. She's like, well, hold on, let me put you on hold. Let me find out. She gave me the most brief, read from the internet script that I could have asked for. So it's kind of frustrating to me too. It's like, I wish I had a little bit more information on how does it all work. How long do you have to pay it back? What's the interest and stuff like that. So, I wish they would do a little bit more. And then obviously the big companies, I know, like Ruth Chris's and stuff like that, I think they gave their money back, but a lot of big businesses were taking that small business fund and really screwing over the local guys. So
I never asked you, but what is your breakdown of clients? Are they mostly local in Orange County and Huntington Beach? Or I know that I used to live in Reno, and I think the last time we got a beer at RIP, we were talking about how you were in Reno, and I told you to go to Awful Burger, right?
I got it.
That was
the a pound of French fries. I think I ate not even a third of them, and it was $6 for the whole damn thing. it was good. No, yeah. So I have my business here. So we're I'd say mostly in Southern California. We have had other clients across the country. I've personally done filming all across the world. I did a documentary in the Arctic back in 2008. I filmed in Germany, down in South America, in Brazil and Argentina, in Mexico, Canada. But for the most part, most of our clients are, local Southern California. And that's kind of how we reach out. I have a business partner, Jennifer Murphy. She's awesome. She's kind of the business side, and I kind of focus more on the production technical side. So it really balances each other out because we each have our own strengths, and mine are more in the behind the camera realm, even though I'm on camera right now, versus the going out, making the connections and getting the business coming in. So it's really a great partnership we have. This whole crisis we're going through right now, my passion is going out filming, getting the great look and using a different lens, getting the flares, everything like that. And right now I'm mostly stuck behind a computer editing or using Zoom. So it's driving me nuts because, I really strive for the highest quality. And, I think we're doing the best we can. And I think this is really going to help us evolve and, maybe less people will have to go to work. I mean, let's talk about a positive for this whole pandemic that's happening right now. I drove to, where did I go to? Irvine in about 20 minutes at 5 p.m. Normally that would take an hour, right? And I've heard the air quality, and I've seen that a lot of the shots from like downtown LA and stuff, the smog is like dissipated. It's clear out. So, as terrible as this whole thing is, I'm hoping we can at least take the learnings that we get out of it and make the world a little bit better. Maybe we can, have less cars on the road. Maybe we can do more at-home meetings, or, for families, for parents that need to, they can't afford a babysitter. Maybe we can do more remote work, because I think we're showing what we can do now, what we're capable of, especially with technology always evolving.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are spending more time with their families, working on themselves more. I think that's always positive. There you go, taking a drink. I didn't know if you were still sipping or not.
I went on that long rant, so I set her down. But
so my next question was kind of in regards to, what do you consider yourself? Obviously, you have viral video media group, which I never actually asked you what your.
That's why I put the hat on. I figured it'd be good advertising.
Yeah. So how do you go about, or how did you get about going about doing this? I know you said you told me about a few of the places you worked at. You're also from the Midwest, right?
Indiana. I'm a Hoosier.
I snooped on your Facebook to remind myself, but yeah, you went to. Is it called I? Do they call it IU or? Is it,
yeah, we call it IU, Indiana University. So yeah, we call it IU. Okay. I went to Bloomington. That's their main campus. It's in southern Indiana, and there are I think there's 5 campuses all across Indiana, but that's the main campus, Bloomington. And I grew up in Valparaiso, which is actually northwest Indiana. It's about 45 minutes southeast of Chicago. So I kind of associate myself a little bit more with the Chicago area versus more like southern Indiana where I went to school. So I'm a Chicago Bears fan. I'm not an Indiana Colts fan.
Yeah. So what got you into wanting to get into video editing and filming people in their events and doing advertisements or all that professionally? What made you want to do that ultimately? I never asked you that.
Yeah, no, this is awesome, man. I'm glad. Thanks for having me again. So I really got into filming. So I guess growing up as a kid, I love movies. I love action movies especially. So I always would have these crazy ideas for. I remember one when I was in high school, someone riding a motorcycle off of a dock on a lake, jumping onto the boat, some crazy Mission Impossible scenes. But, I was always a big fan of the 80s and 90s action movies. Went to college. Well, actually, let me go back. In high school, I was into photography. I loved doing landscape photography. My parents we'd always go to Arizona for Christmas time. So I always loved taking photo shots and stuff like that. Went to college, was going to be a photography major. Then I found out I had to take journalism, which involves a lot of English and writing, and I hate writing. I'll be honest, I hate writing. So my buddy came up to me. He's like, hey, one of my friends from high school started this TV station. It's called IUS TV. It's a student-run TV station at Indiana University. He's like, do you want to check it out? I'm like, yeah, sure. So my freshman year, I went and did that, filmed my first show. Was familiar with still photography, but not video so much. And there is quite a difference. It's kind of like going from a PC to a Mac, if that's the easiest way I can explain it. Because they're similar, but there's definitely some different things to it. So, went in, kind of got involved with the student TV station. By my senior year, I was the programming director in charge of all the entertainment shows. There was a news coordinator as well. And then my uncle lived in Garden Grove in Southern California. So perfect opportunity. I graduated in '06 of 2000 in Indiana, moved out to Garden Grove. And then, yeah, I just kind of went on the Craigslist, just tried to network as much as I could. And then that was, 14 years ago. So
you told me I thought you told me some of the places you worked at, like in the LA, you work in the LA area?
I mean, I've worked all over the place. I've done tons of shoots in LA, especially Hollywood. But, as for production, that I wouldn't say any location really limits me. I've done shoots, like I said, in Germany, Brazil, Argentina. I did a documentary in the Arctic, shot in Texas, New York, Washington, Oregon. I was in Arkansas last year. So yeah, it really just kind of depends on where the client is, or what, more realistically, what's the budget? Can they hire me to come out there? Do we need to find someone local? Can they shoot some stuff on their phone and then we take it and we do a lot of post production to really clean it up and make it look good, or something worth posting on Facebook, social media? So
absolutely. So I think this will be round out the topic of you and your profession. I don't know if you want to give a brief overview real quick of how you can help people. I mean, obviously it's a little different, like you said, during this whole, as we call it, crisis. But I don't know if you want to explain how people can get into contact with you, what you sell yourself a little bit here. We're going to talk about some other stuff.
Yeah,
too,
for sure.
But, we're going to transition into a few other. I have some other questions regarding this, but I want to give you the opportunity to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah, so you can visit us, viralvideomediagroup.com. That's our website. I also have vvmg.video, so it's a little shorter, but we'll post this all on the screen. We have a Facebook page. I think it's facebook.com/viralvideomediagroup. But if you just search for us, you'll find us. We're the only one out there. And yeah, normally what we do is we try to create high quality video content for your social media website. I mean, you can go on TV as well as you want. We have 4K cameras, drones, all that stuff. But, what we try to do is, especially with our smaller businesses, we like to create what we call an overview video, which is basically a 2 to 3 minute video. It interviews the owners, the employees. We like to get some testimonials from some of your customers if possible, show your location, and really just kind of give you an overview of what your business does and how they can help out, their audience. So, our real goal is to create great high quality content with a little bit of comedy, a little bit of that viral into it. My business partner is amazing on social media. She's got tons of followers, and that's kind of where we are. We just want to help push those brands out, whether it's startup right down the street in Huntington Beach, or whether it's a massive company in LA. We're going to treat you exactly the same. It's just really, what are you looking for? And the big budget, that's not always what is going to work best. If you look at some of these viral videos and everything that you see on right now,
you look at the Brian Burley for Congress campaign.
I think a lot of people, I think they're
sorry, I gotta make it.
No, for sure, dude. Hey, it's your show, man. But I think there's two I don't want to say negative, but wrong ways to look at it. First thing is, if it's not big budget, it's going to look like crap. It's going to be bad. That's not true. You can do a lot of great stuff with low budget. You can do a lot of great stuff even on your own.
Absolutely.
And then the other thing is, there's going back to what we were saying earlier, you've got a nice 4K camera, but that's not the whole thing. You can't just turn the camera on, hit record, and hope it looks good. There's a lot more aspects.
That's what we're trying to do right now, aren't we?
There's a lot more aspects to it. And, that's the one thing that bums me out is we'll have a meeting with a client and then we'll be like, and this actually happened to me once. I said, hey, this is, I think we should do. This is it's going to cost X amount for the shoot day. It's going to X amount for the editing. And they come back at me, hey, that's way too much. My nephew, he's got a camera. He can do it for me. I'm like, okay, hey, I get it. That's cool. I understand. 3 months later, hey, can you still come shoot for me? Because, we shot it, but the audio's bad, the lighting's bad. It's like, yeah, there's, everyone's phone can shoot 4K. Most everyone's phone can shoot 4K these days. It's not really that. There's still a whole lot more when it comes to, you know, clean audio, you know, you want the balanced lighting, or maybe you don't. Maybe it's a very dramatic shot where you do want some shadows. But it's that knowledge of kind of knowing and you know, just getting it framed up properly. So I think anyone can go and shoot a great video, a really cool viral video. But I think those people maybe subconsciously have watched so many videos that they kind of see why, you know, this is what makes it better, you know, framing it here, you know, having the audio, having the lighting there. So yeah.